flight tracking data showed a C-17 Royal Air Force transport plane heading, it seemed, towards Sudan, into Sudanese airspace. It didn't show where it landed, but we understand that this aircraft was carrying a team of British troops, a reconnaissance team, on the ground in Port Sudan, which is a port on the Red Sea coast in the east of Sudan. It's more than 500 miles from the capital, Khartoum, which is, as you can see from these images, the heart of this fierce fighting over the last week and a half that's left hundreds of people dead, forced residents to hide terrified in their homes, and triggered this huge international effort to rescue diplomats from the capital and also then work out how to rescue large numbers of foreign nationals that are trapped in Khartoum and want to get out. So we've heard from the Armed Forces Minister, James Heappey, just now, saying that the job is not yet done. The Ministry of Defence was part of this big rescue mission over the weekend, a dramatic mission. It's very dangerous to operate in Khartoum, and British aircraft flew to an airfield north of the capital, flying from an airbase in Cyprus, and then an elite team had flown in beforehand, I understand, with the Americans. They'd gathered together the British diplomats and their families in Khartoum and then managed to extract them through multiple checkpoints, armed guards all over the place, to the airfield and then get them out. Clearly, it's high risk. And to do that again, to get out these British nationals, these many British nationals, up to the thousands, is incredibly dangerous. So all of these options, maybe an evacuation by sea, maybe evacuation by air, maybe asking allies to help evacuate British nationals, or maybe deciding it's better to stay in place. All of these things are being considered. And I can read to you some words from James Heappey, which kind of helps to give you a sense of the thinking that's going on inside government at the moment, inside the Ministry of Defence in particular, about how work is underway to give the Prime Minister and this Cobra Emergency Committee options for what could be done to support the wider community of British nationals in Sudan. These options are being developed at pace, and the Prime Minister is going to be given the option to take any of the options that are presented to him. So this team that have flown into Port Sudan today are a reconnaissance mission. There's no sense of any imminent rescue. That's important to stress. This is just British troops working out what options could be presented to the Prime Minister. I also understand that a British warship, HMS Lancaster, it's a frigate, it's in or near the region, and potentially it could be an asset that the UK government could use. But like I said, these are just options for now, no decision yet, but clearly a lot of work going on.